All right, so in example C, we have we're solving another inequality that involves absolute value. And as you can see, the inequality is isolated by itself. And on the opposite side, we have a negative number. Now, if this was an equation, this would be, we would not have a solution. But because we're dealing with a inequality, what it's saying is whatever we end up with on the left hand side, like when we take the absolute value, this should come out to be strictly greater than what's on the right hand side. In this case is -8. Now the lowest, you know, no matter what number I pick and plug in there, the lowest value that I can possibly receive in this case would be 0. Okay, and so the absolute value of 0 would always be greater than it's definitely greater than -8. Okay, and any as I continue to go up, increase in the value of numbers, it's like whatever I take the absolute value of, it's always going to be higher than 0. So that means no matter what I pick, in this case from -infinity all the way up through +infinity, I will always, whatever value I plug in for x, and I take the absolute value, I will always come up with a value that is greater than -8. So we don't need to go through finding critical values or anything, because just based on the way this is set up, I know that I can pick any value and plug it in and always get a true statement. Now let's take a look at example D, and you'll see that the setup is the same as before, where the absolute value is isolated by itself. And on the opposite side, we do have a negative number, but then when you look at the inequality this time, we have a less than sign. Okay? And the problem with this is that anytime that we take the absolute value of anything, we're going to get either 0, something that's 0, or positive. Okay, and because of that, there's no possible way, there's no value or no solution that we can plug in for x that will give us, when we take the absolute value, that will give us something less than or equal to -1. So we would end up with no solution. In other words, we would write D and E does not exist.